Hello everyone, and welcome to another live watchalong of Football Talk podcast. My name is Ozzie, and I'm your host for this evening. Today we will be watching Chelsea versus LAFC in the Club World Cup. So let's hope it's more of an exciting game in comparison to yesterday. Even though we were watching two big teams in PSG versus Atletico Madrid, but it ended up being a one-way traffic affair, which is all good. But so far, I don't feel like the competition has been played with a lot of intensity or, that competitiveness that we expect when different teams all over the world collide. So let's hope we get a better game today. Chelsea playing their first match as part of the group stages. So what we'll do now, we will review the lineups of both teams and see how both teams present themselves. So in regards to Chelsea, you've got Sanchez in goal. You've got Reece James making a rare start for the Blues. And you've got Cucurella on the left-hand side. You've got Tosin, Adelbio in your centre-back position alongside Colwell. Then we have Caicedo and Romeo Lavia combining together in the double pivot. And then you have Madueke, Cole Palmer, and Neto on that left-hand side, and Nicholas Jackson leading the line. And for LAFC, we've got Hugo Lloris, who will, of course, be a familiar name to us all. Former Tottenham goalkeeper. He is the main number one. And then you also have, just give me 1 second, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Yes. Apologies, I thought I'd lost my audio there. Back to the lineup. So you've got Hugo Lloris in goal. You've got Hollingshead as your left back, Palencia on your right side. Then you've got Segura and Long in your centre back pairing there. Then you've got Delgado, Jesus, Tillman, and then you've got Buenga, um, Bobby C, and Ordaz. So a lot of players I'm not familiar with. So it'll be interesting to see, how the game plans out. But yeah, should be a decent game. Let's hope for Chelsea's sake they get off to a good start. Otherwise it'll be an embarrassment for Chelsea fans. But we're here to watch, we're here to enjoy. So let's enjoy this game of football, and let's hope it's a bit of a goal fest like it was yesterday, which was good to see, I guess. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Let's put the score. But the match hasn't started yet, so just waiting for everyone to get back into the middle of the park so they can do kickoff. So the game hasn't started on my side yet, so just waiting for kickoff there. Players are currently in their huddles having some encouraging words before they begin the match. Caicedo wearing a mask. I'm not sure if that's for fashion purposes or he's actually got a genuine injury on his cheekbone, 'cause that's normally what they use to protect that part of the face. It doesn't look like it's a sellout crowd, which is, yeah, slightly disappointing. Definitely has that preseason vibe. I mentioned that yesterday when I was watching the PSG and Atletico Madrid match. And the rumors were that they were trying to sell tickets for like $4 each. So goes to show why that is the case, because it doesn't seem to be any genuine excitement or rush to get into these stadiums to watch this sort of match, which is a shame because we do have a lot of good teams in the tournament. But yeah, I just get that vibe that it's more of a glorified preseason tournament. That's what it feels like to me. Kickoff is not underway. Hugo Lloris with a long ball up top. Mm. Let's see if there's any standout players for LFC. I've not seen much of them, to be fair, so it would just see what type of talent the American side has. Or Reece James with the back pass, just about made it to Sanchez there. Neto looks like he's playing on the right side, I think. Let's have a look at the bench to see who else is available for selection, if required, in terms of Chelsea bench. You got Badashile, Enzo Fernandez, Liam Delap. That's a new signing there, so it'll be interesting to see, if he gets any game time today. Jorgensen, the goalkeeper, Dario Sugo, Andre Santos, and Kuku, Mamadou Sarr, Dewsbury Hall, Trevor Chalobah, Gusto, Anselmino, Tariq George, Achipoma, and Gay as well. Achimpong, he's the right back that I think Liverpool were linked with a few months ago. Young right back that's very very high regard at Chelsea. And Mark Guiu, I think they bought him from Barcelona. So another young striker maybe to look out for. In terms of the LAFC bench, you've got Marlon Santos, Olivier Giroud, who we of course know from his Premier League days with Chelsea and Arsenal. David Ochoa, is that the goalkeeper? Yes, it is. It is the goalkeeper, but not the goalkeeper that I'm thinking. I'm thinking of the Mexican goalkeeper. Yao Boa, you got Ryan Raposo, Frankie Amaya, Maxime Chanot, David Martinez, Adam Saldana, Wibowo, we've got and Tafari as well. So not a full bench, in comparison to Chelsea, but plenty of players available. I expect Olivier Giroud to get onto the pitch at some point. Being an experienced player and has played for Chelsea and of course has played against Premier League opposition. So yeah, it would make sense to have him on board at some point in the game. Caicedo on the ball to Lavia. Nice pass from Lavia to Cole Palmer. Can he shoot? No, he finds Madueke. Madueke wanted to shoot there, but wasn't comfortable going with his right foot. Tried to sway onto his left, but couldn't find the space to do so. Cucurella. Well, I don't know if that was a crossover shot, bit of a confusing um, end product there. So Cole Palmer has taken the number 10 shirt from Mudryk. Just came to realize that now. Is Mudryk still a Chelsea player, or what's his situation? Let me have a quick look. Oh, good turn there from Jackson. Good turn and shot there. Safely saved by Hugo Lloris there. First real chance of the game. Good control. Fell to the ground. Still managed to get a shot in. Decent effort. So in regards to Mudryk, he's still suspended after failing a routine doping test back in December. So still awaiting the results for the secondary B sample test, which should take that long. But he doesn't have a future at the club if they've just given his shirt number away like that. So yeah, bit of a shame when you hear stuff like that, but it's something he'll be, accountable for. And unfortunately, if he is found guilty, he'll be given a very lengthy suspension because he will be banned from playing football together at a high level. So let's see what the outcome is in regards to that. But it looks like Chelsea have a new number 10 in Cole Palmer. Good pass from Caicedo. Good football to Lavia to Cole Palmer. Strong tackle there from Jesus. Caicedo on the ball. Chelsea currently have a back three sort of setup going on with Cucurella a little bit more advanced. Lavia gets a free kick after he kicked the ball into the referee. Cucurella, Chelsea playing possession football in their own half right now. Do expect this to be a routine win for Chelsea, but you never know with oppositions from the United States. They could surprise you. And all it takes is a more brilliance, to break the deadlock. Let's see what Chelsea can produce today. Bob Palmer chasing the ball. Hugo Lloris with a risky pass to the left back, but manages to find his man there. Cool interception there from Valencia. Ooh, long ball up top towards Nicholas Jackson. He's on the right channel. What can he do? Passes back to James. Cole Palmer to Caicedo. Madueke in acres of space, but no one's finding him right now. Lavia through to Cole Palmer. Neat pass there. But dispossessed by Jesus. Hugo Jesus looks like a player to look out for today. I think he was actually linked with a move to Nottingham Forest not so long ago. Recently signed um, from Estrada de Amadora in January, and he's made a couple of crunching tackles to block up Caicedo and Cole Palmer. So definitely a player to be on the lookout. Referees having troubles with his equipment there. Game's been resumed. Cole Palmer on the ball. Caicedo finds Neto on the right hand side. Neto had a decent debut season for Chelsea last year. Still feel like there's more for him to produce in the team. Very talented player. I think the only question marks regarding him is his injury record. Seemed to be right last year. Seems to play quite a number of games. Neto, great cross to Madueke. Oh, that was a poor touch there from Madueke. He doesn't look comfortable on that left wing. I know he's left-footed, but he's accustomed to playing right wing. I think that's his position that he played throughout his career. Whereas Neto looks comfortable on both wings, so that's probably an area that I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea try to strengthen this summer. Signing a strong left winger. Doesn't have to be left foot, but just someone that can make that position their own. Because Madueke, I feel like he's decent, but I don't think he's good enough to be starting for a team that is challenging for top four, for example. So, but let's see. I'm not just going based off that moment there. And generally, whenever I've seen him play, he looks decent, but I, I feel like Chelsea could probably do a little bit better. Having said that, he's just nicked the ball off the right back, which is Palencia. whipped in a low cross, too much fizz on that ball. That's the kind of moment where he needs to be a bit more cool and collected in those moments. You can't just be rash with your crosses. You've got to try and pick out a pass more than anything else. And he's someone that, he's got electric, speed, can attack that byline, but the end product can be a bit of miss at times. So that's something he needs to improve in his game. Lavia on the ball, good pass from Caicedo to Madueke. Madueke taking too long to release the ball, should have crossed it there. He had about four players in the box. Toss in. I thought I was about to shoot there, but passes it to Reece James. Neto 1-on-1. Just got a few comments here. Um, Yo, Ozzie, that's Ozan come back. Big up yourself, Ozan come back. I hope you're doing well. He says, "Did you see the stands in the stadium? There's like 20 people in the building." I did notice that. I literally, as the game was, set to kick off, they had that cameraman. I don't know if it was a drone or whatnot, just going around the stadium. Yeah, it looked empty. You could tell that's probably why they were trying to sell tickets for $4 each. So yeah, they just can't get a sellout crowd at the minute, unfortunately. That's what I've been saying. This just feels like preseason vibes to me, like right now. Just a glorified preseason tournament, nothing more, nothing less. So, but at least it's some football for us to watch. Since the Premier League has finished, I'm sure us fans have been wanting to watch some level of football. So this is what we've got. So we've got to, you know, just enjoy what we can get right now. I guess beggars can't be choosers at this stage of the off season. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully the games do improve, and in terms of attendance, I don't know if that will be the case, to be honest with you. Because it affects the atmosphere. You don't really get that competitive game sort of vibe at all. So I don't know. I think they maybe, missed the trick there. I don't think the first tournament should have been outside of Europe. Maybe, because a lot of the teams are European teams, but their argument would be that the World Cup is there. Oh, Manuel the shot. Cole Palmer, his shot was blocked as well. So Chelsea still have the ball. Good save there from Loris. Good defending there as well. But yeah, so as I was saying, so with regards to I think because the World Cup is next year, they've just done it, as a customary thing or as a teaser for next year. Well, the caliber of teams aren't going to be like this. It's going to be a lot better. Um, Good save from Loris there. He still got it at this day and age. Madueke looking knackered already, but he's been busy so far in the opening 17, 18 minutes. Nicholas Jackson on the ball. It's going to be very interesting what Chelsea do this on because they've got Nicholas Jackson in their squad and he's regarded as their main striker. And Cuckoo, I'm not sure what's happening with him. I know he's had his fair share of injuries, but I don't expect him to be a Chelsea player this coming season. In fact, as I've just searched his name, Bayern Munich have made an inquiry to sign the player, so a return to the Bundesliga would make perfect sense for him. You've got Liam Delap as well, and they also want to sign Ekitike, one of the strikers that they've been linked to. So, um, Yeah, let's see what happens. If it's Ekitike, then you expect him to be number one, and then it's a battle between Liam Delap and Jackson on the bench. But Liam Delap is a player that has raw potential, in my opinion. Whereas Jackson, he started his Chelsea career quite raw, but he's actually, refined it quite a bit last season, and looks to be a decent striker option for him. I don't think he's elite or anything close to that level, but he's a player that is a solid member of the squad. Copal on the shot, whew, little bend and whipping that finish there. Hits the top of the, what should I say, roof of the net. I think he might have got a deflection. Let's have a look. Yes, he did get a deflection from Segura. They got four Chelsea fans there. Big up to them. That's the only Chelsea fans on the pitch right now. Caicedo to Neto. Number four in for Chelsea. Corella with the cross. Blocked there in the end. Is that Igor Jesus as well? He's been everywhere. He's definitely stood out for me for LAFC. Defensively, really good. Uh, Real engine on him. Covers a lot of ground, but makes crunching tackles. Not just reckless tackles, like, proper tackles. And has been very efficient in his tackling today. Cucurella unable to control the ball there. And look, it's that same guy again, Igor Jesus. Told you, this guy's everywhere. So, yeah, the players to look out for. Definitely impressed me so far in the opening 20 minutes. Tossing on the ball. Switches it to Madueke. Madueke had all the time in the world to control that ball. No one's even close to him. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but LAFC have the ball right now. Fortunately, they've lost it. Back to Romeo Lavia. Cucurella to Caicedo. No real chances created from Chelsea. It was that Nicholas Jackson shot. You know, I call it a half shot. To be fair, it's pretty much on the ground as he took that shot, so wasn't a clean cut opportunity. But hit the target, I guess. And we just had Loris producing a save as well earlier on. But a team that's had a lot of the possession of the ball, they haven't really, made full efforts in terms of trying to break the deadlock. They've been quite reserved in terms of their attack. They've been more sort of measured in their approach. They haven't really been aggressive in the front foot. I think they need to um, be a bit more adventurous. This is a team that I don't think will cause them too much trouble from an attacking point of view. Just got a couple of comments here from Ozan Kamat. He says, "I believe this is a plastic pitch." Is that right? I'm just checking to see if I can see, if anyone's wearing, certain boots, because if it is a plastic pitch, I'm not expecting anyone to wear blades. You're expecting people to wear, rubber studs or something of that nature. Caseros looks like they were rubber studs there, so that's crazy, isn't it? In this day and age, um, playing on a plastic pitch. Might as well call it Power League if you're gonna do that. So yeah, that's wild. Ozzie says they play NFL American football primarily in the station in the stadium. Yeah, if that is the case, then you're spot on. Then it is a plastic pitch. It kind of looks as well. The more I'm looking at it, mm, bit of strange. But of course, they went based on capacity. I hope this is not a stadium that's going to be played in the World Cup because that's not going to go down very well. Corey James, he might pull a hamstring injury on this pitch. Yeah, the texture looks like it is plastic. Mm. I'm just so glad Liverpool aren't part of this tournament. Honestly, it would have been good to see Liverpool in action, of course, but I'd rather the players go on holiday, rest up, recuperate, and then come back firing when it's our genuine peak season. This is not something I'd want us to be a part of. So, I saw some fans complaining that, why Liverpool there? Why aren't this team? Listen, I'm happy we're not there. This is not a competition I want to be a part of. I was quite say, oh yes, this is certainly one of the World Cup stadiums. I can see why in terms of the stadium and the capacity, but it's under the pitch, not what we expect, especially when we watch the European game. This tournament was designed as a pre-game to the World Cup. Does this replace the Club World Cup that if you're a Champions League winner and you go over to some, I think a lot of people would go to Asia. It's not replacing that tournament. This is kind of a one-off, isn't it? So it does kind of give me that vibe that it's a pre-tournament before the World Cup. But yeah, not really getting positive vibe from it, if I'm being brutally honest with you. Possibly the father free kick to LAFC. LFC, I don't think have had any sniff towards goal. Goes with the long ball towards the box, claimed by Larista with ease. Boca Juniors playing later on tonight against Benfica, 11 p.m. UK time. And tomorrow you've got Flamengo versus ES Tunis, Fluminense versus Dortmund, and you've got River Plate versus Urawa Reds. Don't think I'll be able to do a watch along tomorrow. My next one after this fixture will be on Wednesday, and that will be Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. That's the one I'm going to be doing a watch along. So yeah, should be a good game. You will get to see Real Madrid. Unfortunately, we're going to see a traitor there as well, a traitor down to Arnold. But we'll get to see some of the players that Al Hilal possess as well. So yeah, one to look out for, I guess. Neto the cross, good cross. Oh, head up by Madueke. I'm not sure about that one. In that situation, try to nod it back towards goal, not at the goal, or I don't know what he was trying to aim at because it went completely wide. LFC fans in jubilant mood right now, waving their flags, Having a good time, it appears. Madueke hovering with the ball right now. Caicedo, is he going to shoot? No. Finds Cole Palmer to Cucurella. Tossing on the ball. Hey, not sure about that pass to Caicedo. Put too much power on that one, that's for sure. Caicedo, nah, that's a effort of a pass there. Not sure what he was trying to do. Too much zip on that ball. It's about how quick Neto is definitely not going to get on the end of that one. Hmm. Excuse me. Been a long day. I'm not just yawning because of the game, even though it's not been as exciting. But yeah, it's been a long day today. Tossing on the ball for Chelsea. Not sure why they have a back three. You know, I don't know. I feel like they should just play on the back four, be a bit more adventurous. Even the back three, the extra man up, upfield doesn't look like it's made any difference. So maybe they should revert back to their normal way of playing. Maybe the players aren't quite familiar or accustomed to these, slight different tactics, I guess. Lavia still on the ball. Copa with a cute pass there, but unfortunately unable to find his teammate there. LAFC on the counter attack. You got Jesus. LAFC gives the ball away. It is Jackson. Holds all of it. Really good through ball to Neto. Neto through on goal. Good. Good. Oh, good goal. Pure quality there from Pedro Neto. Very smart in cutting inside, and then the shot hits it hard and low. Unstoppable. 1-0 to Chelsea. Good piece of skill. Finish hard and low. Lowest, no chance. Even in that sort of position, you're not supposed to really get beaten in that near post. But it is a smart finish from the Portuguese winger there. Chelsea finally break the deadlock through a Pedro Neto finish. That's 1-0 to the Blues. Not sure what's going ahead. Looks like, is it Ordaz? Is struggling right now. You've got some of the LAFC medical team on the pitch checking on the player. This showing replay of Neto's goal, definitely onside. No debate there. Very precise finish from the winger. Free kick to LAFC. Oh, he's gone straight for goal. Not the best of angles to go for goal, but when you've got a keeper like Sanchez, it's been worth trying, to be fair. Decent effort there from Boanga. Looks like LAFC about to make a substitution with Ordaz departing the pitch due to injury. And it looks like it's Yao Yaboa who comes on to replace him. No, it's not. Let me have a look. What's his shirt number? Took well on the ball. So we've got about 5 minutes plus stoppage time before half time. Neto on the ball. Good tackle there from Caicedo. Cole Palmer, what can he do? He shoots with his right foot blocked there by the LAFC centre back. Segura, I think it was. Cole Palmer tries to fed the ball with a cheeky nutmeg, unable to do so. Nice pass there. Good pass there from LAFC to Moanga. Unable to find the striker there in Ebobisse. I was gonna come out with the comment. You see the man was slipping on the turf. Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly, this is like Howl League stuff. What I'm seeing right now in terms of the state of the pitch and players dropping and stuff. Yeah. Not sure what boots they're wearing though, because if it's like rubber studs, they should have enough grip. If it's if it's AstroTurf, then that's wild as well at the same time. But I'm not sure if they're actually allowed to wear AstroTurfs as such. Yeah, it's wild. Good pass from Nicholas Jackson in the end for that Neto goal. Pretty much split up the LAFC defense there. Passing with the long ball there. He's passing something that's so wayward, honestly. Lavia to Jackson, good layoff from Jackson to Palmer. Palmer driving the ball. What can he do? To Neto. One on one with Hollingshead. Palmer with a shot. Tame effort, to be honest with you. Cole intercepts, passes to Cucurella. Ooh, good interception there from LAFC on Lavia. Tossing with a reckless challenge and gets a yellow card rightly so. That was a bit of a wild one. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a yellow card. No questions in regards to that. Wanga looked like he wants to take the free kick. Wanga with the cross. Need more conviction there from Igor Bissey. Could be the last chance of the first half, but expecting Chelsea to take the goal kick very soon. Jackson to Madueke. Can he do? It's taking too long, but he's driving the ball cross. Not sure he's trying to actually pick anyone out. It was more of a hit and be hopeful sort of moment there. Neto and Buanga having words. Neto chuckling right now. Buanga is not having a bar and needs to be, calmed down. I'm not even sure what happened there, to be honest with you. What did he do? That's the most action we've seen in the first half, and that was literally happening on the last second of this game, which I say the last second of the first half. What we'll do now is we'll take a short break. I'm gonna get some fresh air, try and get myself a little bit more alert for the second half, and then yes, we'll be back very, very shortly. So I'll see you guys very soon. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second half of Chelsea versus LAFC. Looks like Chelsea have made a couple of substitutions. You've got Gusto coming on as well as Enzo Fernandez. Trying to see who they are replacing. I think one is Lavia. Second player, I'll quickly confirm you guys right now. Just got a comment here from Ozzie Kabak before the halftime whistle. So imagine beefing with an MLS club. Yeah, it's a new low to say the least. So Giroud looks like he's possibly getting ready to come on to the pitch as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be right now or it's going to be into the second half. We'll find out very shortly. What's going on here? 24 for 27. So that's Reece James. So Reece James is being replaced by Gusto, and then you've got Enzo Fernandez replacing Lavia in the lineup. I'm not sure what's going on. There seems to be a lot of confusion with regards to substitution. I think Druid is supposed to come on, but it took a long time to announce it. What's going on? Why is there a delay in this game? This is just something else, honestly. Are you telling me Drew didn't have a t-shirt? Yo, that's wild. That's the delay of the substitution that he didn't have a shirt. Yeah. Only in America. There he is. Oliver Giroud makes his appearance. He sort his collar out. Looks a bit odd. And the game has begun now. And AFC will have a bit more of a focal point up top with Giroud in the lineup. Key for him to get some service. Oh, already pressing on tossing there. Kukurea in a very advanced position. Lays it off to Jackson. Jackson to Palmer. Neto. Back to Palmer. Caicedo tries to go with the delicate pass, but not so delicate in the end. Too much power in that final through ball. Jackson on the ball. Howell. Gusto on the ball. Cucurella playing very central right now. Pretty much playing as a midfielder, isn't he? Inverted midfielder. You got David Martinez on the ball. He was the substitute that came on in the first half. And on the ball. Long ball up top. Is that Manuiki? That's a poor touch, honestly. The heavy first touch. Luckily, he's still able to clear the ball. 1-2 Jackson Martin. Action Jackson. Nicholas Jackson, of course. Neto. Good piece of skill. Good turn of speed there. Look at that. Finds Nicholas Jackson. He's unable to control the ball. First touch was heavy. Looks like it's a goal kick to LAFC. LAFC on attack. The Martinez. Can he shoot? He can. Oh, he's just missed the post. Did he get a touch on off Giroud? I'm not too sure. Decent effort from the young player there. No replay. Okay, was decent effort to actually watch the the replay for, but game continues. He's back at it. David Martinez. Oh, what piece of skill! Aye, the finish. The finish let him down. He did everything perfect. Having a go as his team, I'm not sure about that. He should have done much better there. Good piece of skill. In and then out again. And then the right foot effort. Yeah, he's definitely one footed, isn't he? Should have at least cut back a pass towards Giroud. I think he was in there. Poor effort though. Did everything right but the finish. Oh, Chelsea in the attack right now. Headed away. Someone here from Ozwrld come back says would love to see Drew score against Spurs. I'd love it though. Even if it's the equalizer or even the winning goal at a later stage, I'd want him to get on the score sheet. So yeah, I totally agree with that one. Cole Palmer to Neto. Neto, good cross. Right foot header by Jackson. Oh, just missed the post there. Was going to roll into the back of the net there. Lucky for LAFC. That wasn't what occurred. Cole Palmer, nice whipped in cross. Oh, where was Jackson? Jackson should have made that move there. Like he didn't want anything to do with, getting onto a header from that cross. Great whipped in cross by Palmer, in my opinion. LAFC got a bit more urgency about them now, trying to go for the equalising goal. Let's see if they're able to produce it. Martinez overplaying it again. He's a live wire, but yeah, he's quite raw as well at the same time. Definitely not a sellout crowd in today's fixture. Segura to Holland's head. Igor Jesus. Long walk top. Good turn there from Tillman. Boanga. Boanga. Gusto through ball. Too much. I just had a feeling he was going to overplay that one. Long ball up top. Oh, he's got the end of it. Can he shoot? Oh, what a save there from Sanchez. Boanga almost got the equalizer for LAFC. So close. Did really well to shrug off Neto. The guy he had beef with at half time. And the finish, yeah, he went for the wrong corner. I'm not gonna lie, he went for the near post. Should have gone for the other side. The keeper would have had a chance, in my opinion. That's a missed opportunity there for LAFC. Should be 1-1 in my opinion. Cucurella lays it up to Neto, and Chelsea have the quality to punish the opposition. Neto driving the ball to Cole Palmer. Good piece of skill from Cole Palmer. Low cross, blocked there by Segara. Boanga hits it across the pitch towards Martinez, but Cole gets onto the header. But Martinez does well to try and keep possession of the ball. Passes it to Igor Jesus. Like he's my favorite player today for LAFC. He's just everywhere, all action. Jesus on the ball. What's happened there? Cucurella's holding his face. He's falling to ground. Was it Martinez that gave him a little smack in the face? What happened? Oh, then Kamak saying, no, man, you got to finish that. I agree. In that position, though, that was like the obviously speaking, but it was the worst decision to shoot to that side of the goal. Like in that situation, you can see that the goalkeeper is towards the near post, and you've got acres of space on the other side to aim at. Why don't you just pass it to the goal? Yeah, I don't think that. You could tell that's not a prolific goal scorer. He's a left winger, but still, for me, he should have done much better in that situation. It's really well to shrug off Neto in that challenge. Finish was lacking. Sanchez, that goalkeeper, it is, distribution is so poor, honestly. Chelsea really need to replace him this window. I don't know if they will, because they've got Sanchez, they've got Jorgensen. I know Kepa looks like he might be on the verge of signing for Arsenal. He had a 5 million release clause. That is wild. Isn't he the most expensive goalkeeper of all time? And he had a release clause of 5 million. Yeah, how the mighty have fallen. That's crazy. And that's the fee that Arsenal paid. And he's gonna be back up as well. He's not going to surpass Ray and the team. But in terms of on paper, it is a good signing for 5 million to have as your backup goalkeeper. The other goalkeeper that they have with Neto, but he's gone back to Bournemouth. I think it was a loan spell for last season. But yeah, Chelsea need to try and find a good goalkeeper. I think that's something that lacks in their team. Never rated Sanchez, to be honest with you. Even when he was at Brighton, I thought he was quite an average keeper. Good shot stopper at times, but very inconsistent, and yeah, terrible when it comes to aerial duels and terrible when it comes to distribution. So yeah, a lot of weaknesses in his game. But Chelsea wants to pay the big bucks for him. Cole Palmer driving down that right hand side. Oh, good turn there. Can he get a shot in? No, he can't. Hollingshead does well to stick to his task and try and be a disruption to Cole Palmer's progress there. Looks like Liam Delap is going to make, I think, his first appearance in Chelsea colours. So a huge evening for the youngster. Wearing the number 9 shirt, which is regarded as the unlucky number at Chelsea. So let's see if he can bring some luck to that shirt number. Think it'll be a like for like substitution for Enzo Fernandez. Not Enzo Fernandez. That's the player I'm seeing on the screen right now for Nicholas Jackson. Enzo with the corner kick. Gusto. I thought he was going to shoot, but he whips in across back towards the box. A header from, I think that was tossed in the end, but no real impact on the goal. Martin needs to be careful. He's on a yellow. Yeah, it's not a foul for someone to get, a yellow card, but when you've already got a yellow card, you have to be really careful in terms of how you make your next challenges because the referee might not, it might influence his decision. So you gotta be careful. Cole Palmer driving the ball, showing good pace. At the same time, the left back does really well to block any chance being created in the box. So you got the lap, and he is replacing. Who is he replacing? Oh, so you got Madueke coming on for Tariq George, and you got the lap replacing Nicholas Jackson, I think it is. So Tariq George, very highly rated youngster coming through the Chelsea ranks, and Liam Delap, another very highly rated young English striker. Had a great season for Ipswich Town. First game in Chelsea colours, so let's see how he performs today. Cole on the ball to Cucurella. Cucurella to Liam Delap. First touch. Gets the ball gets nicked away from him by Segura. Conceded the free kick as he was a bit annoyed about getting because he ended up pushing the defender. It's a free kick to LAFC. Good interception in from Tosin, but loses the ball. Clamps on the play as well, but ref waves play on. Martinez taking too long to get the ball away from his feet. You got Buanga. What's he doing? Too much trickery there for me. Should have been a bit more precise with his movement and his passing. Cole Palmer helping out his defense. Well, not like that. Pretty much booted the ball across the pitch. Good tackle there. Oh, Martinez across towards Giroud. I thought Giroud was going to get on the end of that. Wasn't to be. Ah, that's poor pass towards Giroud. What was he doing? Chelsea on a counter attack. Good call, Palmer to Enzo Fernandez. Tariq George. And there was a shot blocked away there. Martinez. Hey, referee gives a foul for Chelsea. So free kick to the Blues. Martinez on the ball for LAFC. Boanga. Oh, I thought he was going to try and cut in there. Still got about 20 odd minutes to play. Still Chelsea 1, LAFC nil. Good passing from Cole Palmer to Liam Delap. What can he do? Can he shoot? Can he score? Cuts it back to Enzo Fernandez. But great clearance there from the LAFC defender. Good block there from Aaron Long, I think it is. I'm not sure if us Liverpool fans remember, we actually linked with him, I think a couple of years ago. It was like a wild rumor saying that we were linked to the centre back. Uh, Definitely not troop into it, but this is the player that we were linked to. So yeah, interesting fun fact there. Caicedo, Cole Palmer. What an awful shot that was. Ballooned it all the way to the other part of the stadium. What was that? I see the replay. Look, control. Oh, look how close he was as well. Literally on a 6 yard box. Just needs to cut it in. Lashes it. Poor effort for someone of his quality. Going to Chelsea. Nice pass from Enzo Fernandez to Caicedo. Drives with the ball. What can he do? Finds Liam Delap. Not a great touch there from the English striker. Free kick to Chelsea. I think Cucurella receiving a heavy challenge there. That gives his team a free kick for his fortunate moment there. Oh, Liam Delap. He looked proper rusty today, hasn't he, Liam Delap? Unable to control the ball, getting shoved around by the LAFC defenders. Not a great start. LAFC with oh, great effort. I think that was the left back there, Hollingshead, driving infield with his right foot. Yeah, just too much height on the shot in the end. But you never know with this keeper. If it was a bit lower, you could have really troubled him. So Cucurella, nice touch there to Delap. Not a great pass, but still the ball was moving. Tariq George on that left hand side. Martinez, good turn of speed, but gets muscled out by Caicedo. Chelsea on the counter through Cole Palmer. Leto. As it looks like he's in a lot of pain. Maybe it's a clash of shins or something like that. Is yeah. Was it with Cucurella? Potentially, because of both look like they're in a bit of pain right now. We're seeing live footage through the lenses of the referee. Like, no, could not care less about that kind of angle. To be honest with you, Rosa Kabak says Chelsea are poor. Yeah, they are. Honestly, this is a very average team that they're facing today. That don't really have much end product. Chelsea have struggled. Honestly, they really have. Cowell, Ozzie and Kabak's comment. These MLS players are pissing me off, man. They should have scored 2 goals, but they should have, to be fair. They got themselves in good positions, but the end product was just a bit iffy, honestly. That Boanga one, that should definitely have been a goal, but yeah, not the best of clinical shots there from the American side. Just got a comment here from Kieran. Big up Kieran. He said, "Hello, mate. Don't usually watch along while the football's on, but I saw you live. Big up yourself, Kieran. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comment as well. Not the best of games that we're watching, but yeah, appreciate appreciate you coming on." And Kieran said, "I expected a bigger difference in quality between these two sides. I did as well. I know LAFC aren't the strongest of teams in the MLS, but I was expecting a better game. To be honest with you, it's been quite." Quite a difficult watch, if I'm being honest with you. Chelsea have been poor. We know what they're capable of. Obviously, LAFC will be an unknown sort of commodity to most of us. I haven't seen much of them. We will know one or two players, but nothing to that extent. So Chelsea have been a bit of a letdown. They haven't really, shown their quality or dominance in this game. Liam Delap on the ball. He don't impress me, Liam Delap today. And I know it's one-off game, but doesn't look like he looks very raw, and I have said that about him over the course of the season. Brazy said, "Big up, I saw you live. Big up yourself, Brazy. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for uh, tuning in as well. Appreciate your support, everyone." Enzo Fernandez with a header. Kieran said, "Well, Chelsea haven't been great, but they still have had chances like the Madueke and Palmer chances. Yeah, the Palmer one like this happened now. Absolutely outrageous. Completely ballooned it to the other side of the stadium. Wasn't nowhere near the goal. So, plastic pitch or not, I'm not having any excuses for that effort. That was a poor effort. And Madueke, yeah, he should have done a lot better as well. LAFC, they had a couple of chances. They had the chance through Boanga as well. And then they had another one, which was the shot from the left back. But too much power and it's hit over the bar. So the opposition have had chances, but they just don't look clinical. And what's that fella's name? Martinez. He made a mazy run on that right hand side and it hit a poor right footed shot. Very bad finish, to be fair. So they've had chances as well. So it's just been a game where finishing isn't at the top of anyone's skill set, unfortunately. But here we are. Hold on a second. We've got a through ball. LAFC. Tillman with the cross. Oh, Jude! I thought he was gonna get on the end of that one. He didn't. They still have the ball. Through Boanga. Can he shoot? Martinez. Oh, these guys are awful. Terrible. Boanga missing an open goal with a sliding effort. This team is shambolic, honestly. They've got an accomplished striker, Giroud, in the middle of the box, but no one could find it. That's just wild. The Boanga, I think he tried to find Giroud, but that wasn't a great cross. And then Martinez was hoping. And then Boanga, how'd you miss that? I think that was onside as well. Nah, these guys need to do some shooting drills in the next training session because, yeah, they've been poor. Very, very poor to say the least. Chris said could be Bruno. Yeah, it probably should be. I would just say maybe LAFC should have been in the mix as well. Maybe it should have been 2-2 or something right now because, yeah, they both had chances, just been very, very wasteful in front of goal. Brazy said if Chelsea only win 1-0 it would be a disgrace. I think so. I think so because Chelsea have had chances themselves from their point of view. And 1-0 doesn't if you haven't watched the game, you're thinking it's a close game. It hasn't really been a close game. But with possession of the ball, you have to make it into some sort of end product and try and extend that lead. And they haven't done that today, unfortunately. So, LFC have the ball now. Martinez, oof, not the right pass. Why is he not passing to Giroud? Like, come on, Giroud barely had a touch of the ball, and the second half was almost finished. Don't know what's going on, honestly. Giroud said these guys can't score. They can't. They really can't. I'll be very surprised they end up doing so. Oh, Chelsea have a chance. They scored. Enzo Fernandez, he wasn't going to miss, at that kind of moment or that kind of position. Pretty much an open goal. If he missed it, then he might as well get substituted right away. See fans jubilant in the crowd. It was coming, wasn't it? It was only a matter of time that Chelsea, got something in the end. Cole Palmer, good pass there. Liam Delap with his first assist, I guess. Yes, it is. And good control for Enzo Fernandez and simple routine left foot finish. Piece of cake there. So yeah, easy work there for Chelsea. But then the thing is, they've had chances like that in the previous sort of opportunity, the previous half as well, and haven't really capitalized. So 2-0 seems a bit more respectable, but we're still expecting a better scoreline than that. Was like, how many chances does LAFC need FFS? Listen, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think they're built to even score goals right now. The chances they've had, they're not even like difficult chances. They're pretty much routine opportunities where you're on the left side of the goal. You got to just try and pass it into the other corner of your right foot. Yeah, nothing was even having a player like Drew on your pitch and you're not passing the ball to him. Like, what's the point? So yeah, they don't know what they're doing. To be fair, these MLS players are comical. Yeah, they are. I'm not gonna not gonna lie. Some of the shots and some of the passing and stuff. Yeah, it's not being high to. Let's be honest. Kieran Fletcher said great cross from that. It was a decent cross to be fair. Oh, LAFC are through on goal, boy. Oh my gosh, this guy is awful. Boanga, what were you doing? This guy is so bad. He could have shot a long time before he ended up shooting. Honestly. I'll have to revert back to Ozan Kabak's comment. These MLS players are comical. That was comical right there, honestly. He did the hard work, and then when he got in front of goal, he drops to ground or he slips and hits it straight at the keeper. Come on. That is awful, honestly. Kieran says, my game is slightly ahead of yours, so I can't type in chat until you've seen it. All right, fair enough. Apologies. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at the Boanga shot. Absolutely awful effort, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, even the save didn't do justice. He just tried to just push it away. Kieran commented, what was Gusto doing? Let the attacker behind Gusto. I don't know what he was in, honestly. He's on a different planet. To let him go through like that, yeah. Comical defending as well. Not just comical attacking from one team, unfortunately. Boanga, the Darwin Nunes of the MLS. Do you know what? That's not even a crazy, not even a crazy sort of example there because Nunes is one of those players that he always finds, himself in goal scoring opportunities, but the finishing is lacking. And I see Chelsea and Bouanga as well. I'm not gonna lie. Only difference is Bouanga is playing left wing in comparison to being up top, but even still, the finishing levels aren't quite there yet. No calmness, no composure, no technique in those shots there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on. Kieran said completely missed the header because of bad positioning. Yeah, definitely agree with that. Got a couple of substitutions now. We've got Caicedo coming off. I see Nkuku on the touchline and Asugo as well. I'm not familiar with Asugo, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays today. And it looks like Cole Palmer is being taken off as well. What do you guys make of the Chelsea shit? I feel it's so bang average, so plain Jane. I, for one, I'm very pleased that we've got Adidas now because I feel like, if we still had Nike, we would get this kind of quality of a shirt. Well, I say quality, not quite quality, but this kind of level, in terms of the design. It's so plain Jane, collars don't really do much in terms of the V-neck kind of look. Yeah, I'm quite pleased that we've got Adidas now. So hopefully we'll get that shirt unveiled soon as well. I think the contract between Liverpool and Nike ends in July. So it'll be around that sort of period. Mid-July, I think it is. So, we should get the unveiling of the AS shirt probably just before we start our pre-season fixture. So let's have a look. When is our first pre-season fixture? I know we're heading over to Japan. So we've got Preston. So we would have probably unveiled it by then, I assume. Preston is the first game, 30th of July. Then we've got AC Milan, 7:30. That should be a great game. And then we have uh, J League World Challenge, which is Yokohama FM versus Liverpool, 30th July. Then Liverpool versus Atletico Bilbao, 4th of August. So that's all the fixtures as it stands. So 4 games there. All right, LAFC actually, not LFC. Oh, good pass there from Martinez, but just too much on the ball. Good technique, but I don't think it was quite necessary. Boanga, I he's done that trick like 2 or 3 times now, and it's come with no end product whatsoever. Just a waste of time. Honestly, honestly. We used to play ball back in the day, like Sunday League or five-a-side, whatever level you played. That would be the basic thing that you'll be told to do. Keep it simple. No need to do flicks and tricks. When you're in that position where you can cut back a pass, find your man. Honestly, simple stuff, and he's just doing all these tricks to look fancy, but at the same time looking like a clown at the end because he hasn't done anything with the ball. Chelsea on the counter attack through Liam Delap, good flick there. Tariq George driving the ball. What can he do? He's found Neto. Neto thinks it over to Nkuku, but headed away by the AFC defender and Palencia. Kieran said Neto and Palmer probably been Chelsea's best players today. Yeah, I agree. I think both of them have stood up, especially Neto. Neto's been, very direct with running. So has Cole Palmer, to be fair enough. So I definitely agree. Those two definitely have stood up for Chelsea. Um, Kieran said maybe it looks plain because they don't have a sponsor on the front of the shirt. They still, yeah, you're right. They still don't have a sponsor. Yeah, and they're still able to spend all these millions, without a shirt sponsor. Make it make sense. But yeah, maybe you're right. I think products playing because they don't have a shirt sponsor, but not sure why that is their stance. Get a bit of extra revenue there. Why not? But doesn't matter. They want any more money. It looks. Other than I said, it looks like a basic Sunday League template kit with butter sponsor. It does. That's a good shout to be fair. It really is. It's so plain, honestly. Literally, like no creativity, just a little color, a little streak of white. at the top, the badge, the your I guess your sports sponsor in Nike, and that's it. And I think they've got a couple lines there on the side. Yeah, bang average. Very, very average. They probably end up spending like 60, 70 quid on those sort of shirts. So yeah, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd probably avoid spending money on that kind of design. LAFC on the counter again. Let's see what they do. Palencia on the ball on the right hand side. Martinez back to Aaron Long. Yaboa. They really haven't made use of Giroud in this game, have they? I'd be annoyed if I was an LAFC fan right now because they've shown moments, to try and produce counterattack, but there's no real end product and not really trying to find the talisman, which is Giroud in the team. He's a guy that's more than capable of scoring the goal. He's not had a shot on goal. He's not had any effort around the box. So for me, missed opportunity, And he's probably got a bit of a bit of fire in his belly to try and score against his old team. So, they really haven't read the script. Segura on the ball to Yaboa. Not sure if there's any relationship to Tony Yeboah, the Leeds United striker that scored that unbelievable goal against Liverpool in the 90s there. Giroud, is he going to have a shot on goal? No, he's not. He's going too out wide. Oh my gosh, what a tame effort there. I'm not sure who the player was, but Segura, that's a centre back. Bloody hell. You got your centre back taking shots from 30 yards now. Yeah, desperate times, desperate measures, I guess. Kieran, the comment here says Chelsea should have won this game by a large margin. Imagine if it were PSG or Bayern playing against LAFC. Bayern Munich scored 10 goals against Oakland City the other day. It might have been where, if it was the PSG or Bayern in this occasion, they may have eclipsed that scoreline there because, yeah, this is not a good scoreline. Chelsea fans say, oh, we won the game, but you've not won the game in flying colours. This was a very bang average team. Not to be rude, but it's probably like League One, League Two level in terms of English football. So, there's no excuses. They should have been, annihilating this team with a huge scoreline. Because of course, if you're smashing teams like 8, 9, 10 nil, it gives the whole squad a lot of confidence going into it. So yeah, honestly, Chelsea just haven't really done enough in front of goal for me. Uh, Come on, said PSG or buying smack LA 5-0 or 7-0. Yeah, that's a minimum. Honestly, they really would. I think Ipswich Town would smack LAFC, honestly. They would. If Liam Gillett was still playing for Ipswich Town, 100% they would have destroyed these guys. So Valencia with the short clothesline there on Pedro Neto. Got another minute of stoppage time. Neto, good control. And Cuckoo, he drives into the box, but the ball's taken away from him. LAFC, can they get a consolation goal? Let's see what they can do. Moanga on that left hand side, up against Gusto. He's gone past him. He fall to ground, for God's sake. How many times has this guy fall to ground? Useless, honestly. Liam Delap to Neto. He cuts in. He shoots. Oh, not a bad effort. I'm sure that clipped the crossbar. Did the keeper make a save? Yeah, Neto's my man of the match. I think he's been really good for Chelsea today. And that is the final whistle. Chelsea to LAFC nil. Oh, well, the great effort from Neto. Did the keeper get touched? No, I don't think he did. That clipped the top of the crossbar. Unlucky for Neto. Probably deserved an extra goal, to be fair. Um, Kieran agreeing with the same facts. Unlucky to Neto. Yeah, very unlucky. Good effort there from the Portuguese winger. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Oz and Kabak for your countless comments. I appreciate you being involved. Appreciate your company, as well as Kieran. Big up to Kieran and big up to Brazy as well. Appreciate your time and engagement as always, guys. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now, in terms of upcoming content, um, in terms of Liverpool, because obviously that is the main source for this channel. No real sort of transfer rumors that we're seeing. We're seeing, of course, Florian Wirtz will have a medical this Friday. So that's pretty much, sure, we know that's scheduled to happen. The Kirkes news, hopefully we'll get some official confirmation in due course. If there's any crazy rumors circulating or some sort of breaking news like we had with Robertson a few days ago, then do expect to have a impromptu show at some point. So best thing to do is hit that notification bell so you know what time I'm doing those shows. If it's during the evening, I might be doing an 11 o'clock or 12 a.m. type of show. So yeah, if you can't watch it live, feel free to watch it on the replay. But yeah, lots of content coming this way. We'll do the transfer talk show on Friday. I think there's a lot to discuss, lots of rumors circulating, especially with the Robertson rumor. But it's going to have a bit of a domino effect in terms of how the team will set up in terms of the whole squad. And in terms of watch-alongs, let me quickly have a look at the fixtures. So we have tomorrow, we've got, I don't think I'll be able to do a watch along tomorrow, but I will be doing a watch along on Wednesday. It will be Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. So that's the one I'll be doing a watch along. So feel free to join that show. And then on Thursday, I'll be doing Inter Miami. We'll get to watch Messi, I guess, against Porto. And I think that's the two that I have lined up for this week. And then, yeah, I can see a lot of the fixtures are at very odd timing, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's not something I can do. But I will try and get to do as many watch alongs as possible. Just a final comment there from Kieran says, thanks for the stream. Look forward to the next one. Big up, Kieran. Thank you for your comment there. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to speak with you all very, very soon.